In the dead of night, when the world seems to hold its breath, strange things start to happen. Welcome to a universe where the line between reality and nightmare blurs, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary and the impossible becomes terrifyingly possible. This is the realm of real horror stories. On nights like these, when the moon is hidden behind a thick blanket of clouds and the wind whispers secrets through the rustling leaves, the atmosphere is ripe for the mysterious and the macabre. It is during these hours that we turn our attention to the first in our series of spine-chilling tales. Let us travel to the heart of a small, forgotten town, where stands a decrepit structure known to many as the Old Mansion. This is no ordinary mansion. It's a place that has seen better days, a place that holds secrets, a place where the echoes of the past linger in every dusty corner and creaky floorboard. The history of the Old Mansion is as chilling as the wind that blows through its broken windows. It was once the grand residence of a prosperous family, but as the years rolled by, a series of inexplicable events and tragic incidents began to plague its residents. Unearthly sounds in the dead of night, objects moving of their own accord, and shadows that seem to have a life of their own. These are just a few of the eerie occurrences that have transformed this once majestic mansion into a house of horrors. Now, as the sun dips below the horizon and the world is cloaked in darkness, the old mansion takes on a life of its own. The wind seems to carry whispers of the past, the walls seem to breathe, and the manor seems to awaken from its slumber. It's as if the mansion itself is a silent witness to the horrors that unfolded within its walls, the secrets it has kept, and the stories it is yet to tell. As the sun sets and darkness takes over, the old mansion comes alive with whispers from the past. In the cold, echoing hallways of the old mansion, shadows play tricks on the mind. Now let's delve into the specifics of the haunting that have left many questioning their sanity. Those who have dared to venture into this forsaken place speak of strange noises that seem to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Imagine the slow, agonizing creak of a door that hasn't been opened in decades. The soft, eerie hum of a lullaby that has no discernible source. The frantic, desperate whispers that float up from the basement in the dead of night. These are not the sounds of a regular run-of-the-mill house. These are the sounds of a place that is steeped in fear and mystery, the sounds that are the lifeblood of this haunted mansion. And it's not just the sounds that keep people on edge. There are apparitions too, specters that appear and disappear in the blink of an eye. Some describe seeing a woman in a long, flowing dress wandering aimlessly through the halls. Others speak of a child, playing alone in the attic. And some have reported a man standing silently in the corner of the room, watching, waiting. But the most disturbing aspect of this haunting isn't the noises or the apparitions. It's the unexplained phenomena that truly unsettle those brave or foolish enough to enter. Objects moving of their own accord, lights flickering without reason, sudden drops in temperature that make your breath fog up in the air. It's these uncanny occurrences that make the mansion not just a house but a living, breathing entity of its own. The mansion doesn't just instill fear, it feeds on it, it thrives on it. And the more afraid you become, the more powerful it grows. The mansion's haunting is not a tale for the faint-hearted. It's a chilling reminder of the unknown, the unseen, the unexplained. And as the clock strikes midnight, the real horror begins. As the clock chimes midnight, the mansion reveals its true terrifying nature. A heavy silence descends, the kind that makes your skin crawl. It's a silence that speaks volumes, that carries a weight of its own. It's the silence of 100 years of solitude, of secrets hidden behind the mansion's stone walls, of whispers that echo through the corridors, of the spectral presence of a former inhabitant. At the stroke of 12, the mansion's spectral inhabitant awakens, the telltale chill in the air growing more potent. A spectral woman, dressed in the fashion of a bygone era, her face a mask of sorrow and menace. She is a relic from the mansion's past, a permanent resident who refuses to leave. The air grows colder still, and the spectral woman's presence becomes more pronounced. You can feel her, a tangible force, her essence seeping into the fabric of the mansion. A sense of dread permeates the atmosphere, thick and almost suffocating. She is everywhere and nowhere at once, an omnipresent phantom weaving her terror through the mansion's halls. And then, the climax of the haunting begins. The spectral woman manifests, her form more solid, more real. The temperature plummets, the air heavy with her despair. She wanders the halls, her wails of sorrow echoing through the mansion, a chilling lullaby in the dead of night. Her presence is overwhelming, her sorrow palpable. It's a display of raw emotion from a spirit trapped between two worlds. A horrifying spectacle that leaves an indelible mark on the viewer. This is the mansion's midnight terror, a haunting display of supernatural activity that occurs each night when the clock strikes 12. It's a terrifying spectacle that brings the mansion's dark history to life, a chilling reminder of the spectral woman's tragic past. As dawn breaks, the mansion falls silent once again, leaving behind only the echoes of its midnight terror. In the light of day, the mansion seems almost ordinary, its secrets hidden behind closed doors. But when darkness falls, the echoes of the past reverberate through its halls, casting long, haunting shadows that reach out to those who dare to investigate. Following the chilling encounters, a series of investigations were launched to uncover the truth behind the mansion's eerie phenomena. Paranormal experts and skeptics alike descended upon the property, armed with an arsenal of tools and theories. Their mission? To explain the inexplicable. Some proposed that the occurrences were nothing more than the figments of overactive imaginations, fueled by the mansion's sinister reputation. They pointed to the power of suggestion, the tricks that the mind can play in the dim light and the silence, where every creak and groan of an old house can be magnified into a spectral visitation. Others suggested more scientific explanations. They delved into the realm of infrasound low-frequency sound waves that are below the limit of human hearing but can still be felt. These unseen vibrations, they argued, can induce feelings of unease, dread, or even terror. A different camp ventured into the paranormal. They spoke of trapped spirits, of energies that lingered long after the physical body has departed. They conducted seances, EVP sessions, and attempted to capture evidence of the supernatural. Their results met with equal parts skepticism and belief. But as each theory was proposed, it was met with counter-arguments and unanswered questions. The skeptics couldn't explain the shared experiences, the chillingly similar accounts from unrelated individuals. The scientists couldn't account for the phenomena that defied their measurements and calculations. And the paranormal investigators, despite their best efforts, couldn't provide irrefutable proof of a haunting. Yet, despite all attempts to rationalize the happenings, the old mansion remains an enigma, its stories whispered in hushed tones. The echoes of its past continue to haunt its present, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that exist just beyond the veil of our understanding. In the world of horror, some stories remain etched in our minds. Their chilling details a reminder of the unseen and the unexplained. The tale of the haunted mansion is one such story, a narrative that sends shivers down our spines, its echoes ringing in our ears long after the tale is told. Let's take a moment to reflect on the haunting highlights of this macabre tale. We journeyed through the eerie hallways of the mansion, each room a testament to the unending dread that permeated the air. We encountered the spectral apparitions, their chilling presence a stark reminder of the mansion's tormented past. We heard the mournful cries in the dead of night, a bone-chilling symphony that painted a portrait of despair and horror. But it's not the individual elements of the story that make it terrifying. No, it's the sum of these parts. The way they weave together to form a tapestry of terror that leaves us breathless. It's the unsettling feeling of being watched, the cold dread of the unknown, the spine-tingling anticipation of what might lurk around the next corner. Real horror stories like these resonate with us because they tap into our primal fears. They force us to confront the unknown, to acknowledge the possibility of a reality beyond our understanding. They remind us of our vulnerability, of the thin veil that separates the world of the living from the realm of the dead. Yet it's not just about fear. These stories serve as cautionary tales, urging us to tread lightly in places where the veil between worlds is thin. They remind us to respect the unseen, to acknowledge the mysteries that lie beyond our comprehension. In the grand scheme of things, these tales of horror bring us closer to understanding our place in the universe. They remind us that we are but fleeting guests in a world filled with mysteries waiting to be unraveled. As the sun sets and the world descends into darkness once more, we are left wondering, what lurks in the shadows when we're not looking?